And why, ask why.
Where she did it? I have to
Which
look for
one?
that one now. Tulsi Gabbard.
Good evening, everyone. If anybody's
Oh,
here,
we're
I'm.
on. How are you?
How are ya? I love
How are
that.
you doing?
Someone's gonna go into the Zoom and be like, except for me, and be like,
Yeah.
"Hey, what's up, motherfucker?"
What's craping? There it is, right there. Find me. Find
Well, what is it
me.
about? Tulsi Gabbard endorsing Trump,
Yeah.
and RFK endorses Trump.
Says Trump scores another big endorsement from former Democrat.
The thing is, it's not people, even Congress or actors, are waking up to the fact that this is the way it's going to be.
Oh, yes. Yes, they are.
I might share something.
Ooh.
It's an article.
Mm-hmm.
Nancy sent it to me. It's fantastic. I'll say. Let's just
Fantabulous.
see if anybody wants to come. Oh no, I got a lot of shit to share. That's why we're on tonight. And we made it an
Mhm.
open chat, even though we're gonna do it again tomorrow.
Okay.
3 o'clock, right? 3 p.m. your time, Joe, 5
Yeah.
mine.
Yep.
And we'll stay on for a couple
Yippers.
hours. And anybody's welcome to come in tomorrow. But we're also doing it tonight. Anytime it says open chat or open Zoom or whatever, y'all welcome to come in.
Tell us.
Yes, you are.
Tell them some crap. Tell us something. Tell us we're wrong.
Tell us crap.
Yeah.
No, nobody in our group is gonna tell us we're wrong.
Maybe they
Oh my
will.
God.
You never know, right? You never know. You just never know. Let's see. Let's see.
Uh, I don't have volume.
Um,
Why is it showing volume? Okay, did you share? Let me see if.
I did.
Oh, Helen sent me something funny too. Come on. Why is it doing this today? I have no luck.
Okay, there you go. Well, there we go.
Good evening, good evening to you all. And okay,
Good
so
evening, everyone.
you have the
There you go.
password, passcode, and
I
numbers,
do.
right?
I do.
Put it
I shall
in,
give them to you if you guys
put
want
it,
to talk.
no, put it right into YouTube.
That's where I'm going.
Is it?
Right now.
Holy shit, you're brilliant. You're so.
I'll be doggone, son of a gun. Hi, Sarah.
Oh my God, Sarah, twice in a day. We got her twice in a day. We are special.
8, 6,
We are special
4, 1,
because we
2,
got her twice in a day.
6, 9, 8, 1.
Oh
Okay.
wait, but it's the
So
next day for
that's
you.
that's the first number that you would put in if you wanted, if you open Zoom, that's the first number. And then L pass the
No,
code.
I wanted you to put them together so I could pin it. Whatever. They'll see it in the
Right.
chat. It's not like we get like thousands of people chatting.
Passcode is
Good evening, Joseph.
7.
Tonight, there's not much to talk about. I do have a few things to. Joe has some things he wants to talk about, but really, it's more of a couple of videos I wanted to share. Some of it's just funny. It's
Yeah.
an open Zoom because we had been having problems with getting people into Zoom
Yeah.
with a new number. Now, Joe got in today through the link, right?
Yeah, I did.
Through the
Yes.
link. So
Yeah.
that's a good
Yeah.
sign.
Yeah. Hmm.
Um,
So it
so hopefully
worked.
that will work tomorrow.
But I wanted to, I was wondering, I've been having a lot of problems with my AT&T service. That's who I have with my for myself. I don't know if anybody else has that. And if you do, are you having problems too? I mean, I never used to drop calls, but now I'm dropping calls. I mean, I go through a certain area and I lose signal completely and totally. So
Well,
I was
John
wondering if
Burgess
anything else.
said that that's why he doesn't use AT&T. Now, I'm
Well,
not sure if that's because of the
experience
area
this.
he's in. Huh?
I never experienced the problem, and I used to use them going from across the country. They were the best service.
AT&T, really?
Yeah, yeah. They had more coverage when I was a truck driver. So, but I don't know.
I would
I
have
don't
thought
know.
it was the
It's
one that
almost
does
like
the
it's a
walkie-talkies.
yeah. It's almost
Uh,
like it's a microwave through like when I drive through just that
right.
little piece of roadway, it's like a microwave and it just takes out my signal. But then I wonder if it does it to other people. You know what I mean?
Thing is, you've had the same service
For
for a very long
years,
time, and
years,
we've been driving with Joe for 4 or 5 years now,
and it
and it's
never
just
happened.
the last couple of weeks have been
Terrible.
blah.
It's
And
been
then
terrible.
it wouldn't be such a big thing, but I've heard this about 3 times with AT&T. So once I hear it more than once, even Brother Reb in our group, I mean, what
Mm,
are the chances? And then I heard it from somebody else too, Joe. And that's
mhm.
three right there.
Yeah.
And then John said
Mhm.
he doesn't use AT&T because of not my John,
Yeah. Yeah,
my boss,
John.
and
Yeah, our
then
friend.
John Burgess, yeah,
Yeah.
who has tonight he shared so much in the mega conspiracies in Q, whatever the hell it called the group. I don't even know. Anything that will get people's attention about conspiracies is what
Well,
that name should be. Um,
did you, hey, Carolyn,
yes.
did you read what Sarah just wrote? And no,
How could I read what Sarah just wrote when I'm talking
watch,
to
let me
people?
read it to you. I'm wondering if you have heard about RFK Jr.'s daughter saying he sawed a whale's head off and put it in their car or something. Wow, his family are stopping low since he endorsed Trump. They're stooping very low. Yes, they are. They're stooping very low.
The difference, the thing is to know the difference between just because they run in the same family. Look,
No,
Fred Rogers is
yeah.
related to Tom Hanks. Brad Pitt is related to the Bushes, and almost all of them are related to some of the founding fathers.
And John
It's
Voight is the
no
father of
coincidence.
Angelina Jolie.
Huh?
John
John Voight.
Voight is the father of Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, well, John Voight's a good guy.
John Voight is a good guy.
He gave up his daughter, guys. He did, and that's why Trump
Mhm.
made him head of the Kennedy
He did.
Center.
Their
Remember that?
their relationship is very strained.
He gave up his own fucking daughter.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
don't sleep with someone as bad as Brad Pitt and not go nowhere. I mean, she was
yeah,
probably dirty before that.
yeah.
We all know
But
she was a
no, he did not. I don't believe he did that.
what?
The sawing the head of a whale off, putting it in their car. No. How you gonna
No,
fucking saw a head
they
off
have
of
one
a
of him
whale and put it in
holding.
their fucking car? It's too fucking
pe-
big.
People don't even know what deer look like or elk or bones. That they
Yeah.
thought he was holding up. I think it was a dead dog. I heard a couple of people say this on live news, and I'm like, are you
Even a baby whale
gassed?
would be too big.
What?
Even a baby whale would be too big.
I'm not talking about a whale right now. I'm talking about he had more exposure holding that stupid deer or elk. It was
Yeah.
small moose or something.
Uh,
It was probably relevant to where he was, what environment. I don't
mm,
remember where he was either. And if he went whaling, I don't know. I mean, drugs are a hell of a thing, but people stop doing
yeah,
drugs.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But people stop. People
Yeah.
get older, people get wiser, and people change. He has
Yes,
been
indeed.
on Trump's side. I'm not saying anything about what you're saying, Sarah, because it really doesn't matter. What matters is that he's pro MAGA, that he's pro-America. Nothing about what this man has done for the last couple of years has been negative. It's all been positive America. Maybe the abortion issue. You know what, Republicans, you can't get over it either.
Family are saying they are.
There's you got to meet in a fine line in the middle. So stupid, but
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. I don't think anybody's
Mm.
for abortion.
Yeah.
There's ignorance. Ignorance is for abortion.
Yeah. Yeah, they're making up stories. They're making up stories left and right, is what they're doing. They're so desperate. They're so desperate.
There's not many, there's nobody left to be desperate.
Yeah.
That's my belief. There's nobody left to be. Do you have a back pain? What's up?
Yeah.
You got worms
Yeah.
or something?
Oh, I got back pain.
Oh,
I know it's my God.
I already did my jumping jacks today.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a back
I
pain. Well, I got a
don't
back
need any more vertigo.
pain. You don't need my pains, that's for sure. They don't
I've
just
had
stop at
enough
the
on my
back.
own.
Yeah.
I was I was going to be the youngest. They wanted to perform surgery on me. And I'm like, no, no. I am going to find a couple of things. Does anybody want to come in, by the way?
Hmm. I wonder. Yeah, well, rich people are weird.
I hope
It's
people
bad.
are ready for tomorrow. Well, maybe I should show first the one that Nancy sent me, because that is basically about RFK and this beautiful woman. I believe, let me see, Truce was her name. Oh, let me see it. Oh,
Yes.
did you not?
Yes, Sarah, that is true. They do hate Trump so bad that they would turn against him because he's endorsing Trump. Yes. That
Yes,
they would do. Yeah.
but I don't think many of his followers will.
No.
I believe I'd say a good 90% of them would, because they weren't really against Trump, but they really loved Kennedy. And I don't know how many, it wasn't me. It must have been stated 20, 30 years ago that there's differences between the Kennedys. Do
Yeah.
you know, I had no idea that
Big
the
differences.
youngest in Robert's family, his youngest sister's married to Cuomo. I didn't know Kerry Kennedy was married to Chris
Hmm.
Cuomo.
I would know. I
Well, I
didn't know.
just said it, didn't I?
You did. You just told me. I live over here, so I don't know anything over there.
Tammy Bruce to RFK Jr. to the, yeah, where is it? I thought I had it.
Yeah.
Oh, I do have it. Okay.
So weird.
Joe,
There's
you feel like reading?
connection. Connection.
Do, do you feel like reading, Joe?
Reading. You sure I'll read.
Yeah. Okay, hold on.
I don't think
I
there's
don't think
any
there's
good
any.
Kennedy anymore either.
Um,
An open
well,
letter to Kerry
Junior is
Kennedy.
alive.
Hmm?
Everything Robert did, it just kind of proves to me, yes, you got to read this, that Junior is alive. Can you read it out
You
loud?
ready? An open letter to Kerry Kennedy. You people are awful despite your family's checkered past and horrible behavior of so many of the men. Americans have stood with you out of loyalty, sentimentality, and often grief. Despite the questionable establishment of your family's wealth, the treatment of Marilyn Monroe, the general womanizing, the abandonment of Mary Jo Cop Kopchner,
Option. Yeah,
Kopchner
I never
to
heard
her
of that.
death,
Oh, the one in the
allegations of
car.
rape. One could go on, but the point is your family has stayed loyal and protective of family members who have done the most appalling of things. But the moment one of your own acts on his conscience for his country, you attempt to throw him to the wolves and publicly condemn him. Never
Mm-mm.
a word for the trail of abused or abandoned women left behind by a Kennedy.
Right.
But because of one of your men supports Trump in an effort to make the lives of Americans better, that alone is beyond the pale.
I love
Is
this
the
woman.
yeah, the
Yes.
pale. In your ugly treatment of
Color.
your brother, you reveal the rot that has broken the hearts of the American people so many times over the years. Beyond that, the economic destruction of American families is something your family would never truly understand.
Exactly.
You are not touched by the worry about having enough gas to get to work or whatever, or
Or
not
whether or
you,
not.
or whether or not you can afford eggs this week. If you'll be safe walking your own neighborhood, or if your child will be safe in their urban public school, or even if they will know how to read and write while collecting their diploma. You keep doing civil rights work and public service virtue signaling, but in the
Hmm.
meantime, make a pledge to not keep doing damage as Americans are simply looking for a way to reclaim their own futures and safety of their families, and knowing that maybe, just maybe, they can leave their children a little better off with
Right.
a future they can rely on. The condition of this country should shock everyone, even if their name is Kennedy. We
Boom.
know it at least shocks one of you who, like us, had enough of the fear and hopelessness assigned to us for generations. Americans are happy to see Bobby on our side as we refuse to comply and will not go gentle into the catastrophes to which we are expected to succumb. Instead, with Trump and all who join us, we will fight, fight, fight. Tammy
Couple of
Bruce.
things about this woman, Tammy Bruce. Um, I didn't really know her. I didn't know anything about her. But what Nancy told me, and thank you, Nancy, for sharing this,
Yes, thank
is
you.
that she was a Democrat and then she got really obviously kind of sick of everything going on and
Mhm.
turned to the bright side, to the light side, to the good side. She
Yeah.
also, I believe, and I hope I'm not speaking out of turn, but I believe she plays softball, if you know what I mean. And not that that means anything, but it does because they make it mean something. You know what I mean? I mean,
Mhm.
I know a lot of gay people that are Republican and stuff. I don't understand. I'm not even Republican.
Yeah.
So who cares? I don't. But wasn't this fantastic? She really spit on Kerry Kennedy's face, uh, Andrew Cuomo's wife. I had no
Wow.
idea.
Wow.
It's a small world, you know. There's just
Yeah, it is.
things. There's just things sometimes we just don't know. I don't know. What did you think of that? It was awesome. She said it how it is. You know, stop the bullshit.
Yes, she did.
Stop the effing
Ooh,
bullshit and let's
breaking
save
up.
this world together. Stop dividing, stop putting down
Wow.
the strong, the people that want change, that want good in the nation. Whether it be Bobby Kennedy or Donald Trump or even fucking Vance. Oh, I don't like Vance. I still don't like Vance. Sorry, guys. Sorry, it's gonna take me a long time to get through that one. I am not a Vance fan.
Yeah. I just got my
Uh,
first message. Well, what we started out talking about was the internet, right?
yes,
Just now, I got a message. Just now, it said your internet is unstable.
get out.
I'm not kidding
Somebody's
you.
listening to us.
Really.
Okay, so I wanted to bring it up and I wanted to talk with you about it because it can be part of the 10 days of darkness. I'm not
Good.
sure who is aware of it. I didn't think I'd be talking about this tonight, but yeah, we didn't bring it up this morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
AT&T might be one of those companies. You
Yeah.
see, we don't know all the companies. I'm sure some people do, some people do a lot of research. I can't even count to five, let alone do all that research. But if AT&T is one of those companies, then they're going to be having the problems until it's switched over to the good guys, right? So
Mhm.
the 10 days of darkness, some people think we're really going to be without electrical, we're going to be without internet, we're going to be you got to go get water and food and prepare for at least over a week to 10 days. That might be. It might be. I think that was to the extreme, meaning if it got really tough for Q or whoever you want to believe is handling all this stuff, um, it would be the hardest would be 10 days,
Mhm.
right? But it might not necessarily be like that. It might be sketchy. It might be something like Facebook and Instagram going down for 30, 40 minutes, which happened.
Yes. Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
never seen that happen since they opened. And it was what, like a few months ago. And it happened, I know it happened differently, but it happened in other countries as well. It was a little different. Some people couldn't get on, others had trouble with Meta
Mhm.
or messaging. I think we were still able to, oh no, maybe we couldn't message either. It might be part of that, only because AT&T, this wasn't the first. We've had hints of these things happening.
Yeah.
So it could be a bit of everything. And instead of it all happening at once, as it could be the worst. That would be the worst. All
Yeah.
right, let's see. I don't know why I have this one, Oprah.
$58,000 per year, but
Oh,
you'd
it's
like
Paul
to,
Joseph.
I strongly encourage. I've seen racism
Oh,
and sexism and income inequality and division. I've not only seen it, at times I've been on the receiving end of it.
Yeah. A billionaire telling you that shit.
And sexism and income inequality. I've been on the receiving end of it.
You're literally a black female with a net worth of $3 billion. And you think you've suffered income equality discrimination based on sexism and racism.
I've been on the receiving end of it.
Oh, poor
following
thing,
him.
she's so oppressed. She owns a 23,000 square foot, $100 million neo-Georgian mansion in California with 70 acres, 14 bathrooms and 2 home theatres. Private pool, wine cellar and tennis courts. But she's so oppressed.
Racism.
Another 8,700 square foot home in Colorado. So oppressed.
Sexism.
Another 163 acre estate in Hawaii. So oppressed.
Income inequality.
Another 7,300 square foot residence in Washington. 2 more estates in Montecito, making her property portfolio alone worth more than $500 million. So oppressed.
I've been on the receiving end of it.
She was already earning $30 million a year in her 30s. By the time her TV show ended in 2011, she was making $315 million a year. That's $10 a second, or $864,000 every single day. So oppressed.
Racism.
She wears jeans that cost
He's
nearly
the-
$3,000 a pair. She vacations on one of the largest luxury private sailing yachts in the world. Charges around $2.5 million just to give a speech. And still somehow pretends to be resentful about how hard done by she's been.
I've been on the receiving end of it.
If Oprah's success was impacted by income inequality discrimination based on sexism and racism, I'd like to see what her net worth would be if it hadn't. She'd be richer than Elon Musk. She's been
Yeah.
in the top 0.1% nearly her entire adult life as a female black woman, and she's still got the nerve to tell you sexism and racism held her back.
in this
Racism
country, in this
and
country.
sexism.
Of course, Oprah had to mention the racism and misogyny she's faced from a country that made her world famous and a mega billionaire and shown her enormous love and adoration. Legions of devoted middle-class women
There you
made
go.
Oprah one of the richest people in the country, maybe richest black female in history. And yet it wasn't
Probably.
enough. They were all racist anyway.
Kamala Harris!
The media
man.
responded to Oprah's speech with their usual flair for impartiality by calling it no nonsense, despite it being literally the epitome of nonsense.
Let us choose
End of
common
democracy.
sense over nonsense.
Oh yes, good old common sense. From the party of men can get pregnant, toddlers should be able to choose their own gender, and 5-year-old children should be given sex education in kindergarten. Just good old down-home common sense.
Just plain common sense.
I'm a busy boy and I don't always have much time for breakfast. And let's face it, if you're in a hurry, the options can be a bit bland and basic. Until now. What if I told you there was a cereal with 0 sugar that was also high protein, keto friendly, with no artificial ingredients and great for a low carb lifestyle? You'd say I was making it up, and I'd say, give me that magic spoon. It's got all that great taste you remember from childhood, but with grown up ingredients. Now this is what I'm talking about.
Dog.
Like,
Yeah.
tastes like the future of breakfast. Cocoa flavour's got to be my favourite, but don't let that stop you from trying all the others. 13 to 14 grams of protein, 0
Let me,
grams of sugar, and 4 to 5 net grams of
forward
carbs
through
in
his
each
commercial here.
serving. Cheers. Click the link in the description to try Magic Spoon cereal. It's off. You can also find Magic Spoon in your nearest
my.
grocery store. Confident in their product,
That's a-
it's backed by a 100% happiness guarantee online. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund down below, or go to magicspoon.com/p.
Magic Spoon.
Democrats' key core voting base. Childless cat ladies, but it didn't quite go as planned.
We just try to do the best we can to save them. And if the place happens to belong to a childless cat lady,
Childless cat lady?
Awkward. The DNC also
Childless cat ladies everywhere.
the absurd fallacy that the Democrats are the party of the people.
challenge the people at the top and empower the people at the bottom.
They're really going to hold the corporate elite to account, while literally being bankrolled by them as their overlords watch down from above at this very conference.
A big theme here at the DNC
There you go.
is that they're going to go after corporate gouging.
That's hot.
And they're going to go after corporations,
I didn't
whether
watch
it's in
this, by the
taxes,
way. No, I
largesse,
put the beginning.
loopholes. Let me reveal a reality to you.
These guys
that-
are the ones closing corporations
Okay,
down.
Greg, look at the ring of sweets, okay? This is not unique to Democrats. There is a game of money. When people talk about uniparty, we are strangled by the money reality in our politics. Those sweets start at 500 grand. You think there's like a teacher group up in there? You think it's like the Cub Scouts of Columbia County, South Carolina, that's up in those
fucking elite,
boxes? Because
you
that's the
asshole.
game.
Sure.
Pay to play. Those boxes are filled with the same people that they say they're going to regulate. They are literally looking down on the faithful and being told, yeah, we're going to break down on them. We're going to make them pay their share.
Meanwhile, Biden's Secretary of Commerce, Gina Raimondo, also completely humiliated herself after the Bureau of Labor Statistics announced that 818,000 jobs supposedly created by the Biden-Harris White House turned out to
Oh, right.
not actually exist.
It comes in at 818,000.
Raimondo claimed it was all fake news invented by Donald Trump.
When you hear that, do you potentially think that this new numbers could be a liability for this campaign?
No, when I hear that, first of all, I don't believe it because I've never heard Donald Trump say anything truthful.
It is, though, from the Bureau of Labor.
I'm not familiar with that.
Right, so you're the head of a body that serves as the principal advisor to the President of the United States on all matters related to commerce. And you've never heard of the Bureau of Labor Statistics, a government department that's been in existence for 140 years.
I'm not familiar with that.
All this utter drivel, and cackling Kamala hasn't even given a speech yet.
Like, everybody needs to be woke.
If you value what I do and you want to help support me, please visit
I value what you do, Paul. I think he's fantastic.
No.
It's crazy. Now, I just want to show you. Let's find a nice. Okay. How old is she?
She's old. She's
Look it up,
definitely
Joe.
older than me.
Look it up.
Okay.
Or you can't?
I'm looking. No, I'm looking. Hold on.
Because no amount. That doesn't even look like her. Actually,
70 years old.
yeah, come on, guys.
70 years old. Look at me. I'm 63, October 1st. Tell me, how does she look? How does she look like that? I'm 62. How does she look like that?
Come on now. Come on, people.
70 years old?
Because it ain't her. And I don't care how many lifts and whatever and rejuvenating cream and hair shit she has.
Look at her neck. Look at how
Yeah, no,
smooth her neck is.
that's the thing, Joe. This, I believe, is an actual woman. I don't think Oprah was. I have
This
to,
woman looks slim,
I
too.
never
Look at her.
looked into Oprah that much. All I know is that she didn't have kid. My sister always hated her. I wonder why. Come on, 70? in whose Peter Pan Neverland dreams? Okay, I'm sorry. So sorry. Don't believe it. Wait, I'm going to show a couple more. I'm going to do this one first because I thought this was so fantastic.
You can go eat it. Go. You can eat it. Go. I'm not gonna eat. You can eat it. Go eat it. Go eat it. It's just a little snack. You can eat it. Go. Oh my gosh. Okay, come on. God is good. God is great. Let us thank him for our food. By his hands we all are fed. Thank you, Lord, for daily bread. Amen.
I love him, man.
Isn't that beautiful?
That's
You
great.
can go eat it.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, it is.
I love things like that.
It's good, yeah.
This is people around the world. They're gorgeous. People are beautiful.
Good. That was good, man.
I'm not even religious, man, and that just tugs on
I
my
like that. Dogs aren't dumb.
They are not. They are not dumb.
Kamala locked up murderers and drug traffickers.
Yeah, all mostly black. Oops.
Yes.
Funny how the party of identity politics quickly forgets about that type of identity when it doesn't make them look good. Like Bill Clinton's crime bill in the 90s that specifically targeted who? Black men.
She will never rest in defense of our freedom and safety.
Really? Because she was asleep at the border.
Donald Trump, he made his own kind of history. The first person to run for president with 34 felony convictions.
I always find it funny how they mention this trial as if it wasn't completely partisan from day one. I mean, it was in freaking New York City, for crying out loud. Nobody with any sense actually looks at this trial and thinks, wow, that wasn't partisan. That wasn't political. The timing was just a coincidence. Hillary, before we talk about crimes, let's talk about the accusations against your husband and the multitude of women that he assaulted. You know, the same women that you tried to silence. So much for Me Too. I guess it's Me Too, unless it's my husband.
Kamala locked up.
Now, this is her in 2016.
Yeah.
It almost looks like it's edited too, because she's got to be older than Oprah, right? She's
She's
in her
like
80s.
77 or
She's
in her
she's
80s,
the year. Funny enough, I think she's the same year. She was born the same year as Trump, or I'm pretty sure. So same age, and she looked younger at the DNC than she does here. I can't tell you enough that they're trying to wake you up by giving it away. And people are still so slow at waking up. I mean, I don't care if you don't believe in everything. You don't have to. Oh, is this one from John? Yeah, it's an Elon.
Everyone was a slave. No, everyone was a slave. Okay, but we are all descended from slaves. Yeah, well, all of us. Yeah. It's just a question of when. Was it more recent or less recent? That's it. Right. But what future do we want? Is this something we want to make part of our constant dialogue forever, or do we want to say, like, let's just move on and treat everyone according to just who they are as an individual?
I agree with that. That doesn't mean a lot to a whole lot of people who aren't able to take advantage of the opportunities that you were able to take advantage of, simply because the color of your skin.
What advantages did my color of my skin give me?
Well, there's an ease that you have in society that many people of color don't.
If we keep making it the central thing, it will never go away.
Right.
I think we want to get away from making everything a race or a gender or whatever issue, and just treat people like individuals. Everyone was a slave. Everyone.
Well, not
He's right. He's 100%
everyone was a slave.
right.
Everyone.
Everyone was a slave.
everyone was a slave.
No,
But
everyone
Come
was.
on. Sorry.
See,
Everyone was a slave.
okay, but
Everyone
Why
was a
can't I
slave.
get this
Everyone.
off? Okay. Everyone was a slave. Oh, I should have that, like, make a song out of it now. Everyone was a slave. Everyone was a slave.
and they were. Every race was.
And, you couldn't call it all different shit, like
Mhm.
indigenous or blah, 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 but, mm-mm. Even corporations making you work
Mm-hmm.
even past your hours, or there's some freedom. They take away your freedoms. This is
Right.
a type
Right.
of slavery. School, school is slavery. It is. I'm sorry. There's a better way to educate kids. Where did that go? Oh,
Your money, and you go from the $1 bill to the $100 bill, okay? And listen to me when I say this, okay? I just showed you the beginning of this video on Google that they redesigned the money in 1996. They started with the $100 bill, and then they moved on to the 50, and then the 20, and then the 10. And it goes 1996, 1997, 1998, and then in 2000 they were done with the redesign. Folks, this is undisputable.
yeah.
They executed a plan that was already planned.
Yes.
Okay, here's the 1 to the 5. The towers are hit.
Yep.
The buildings are falling. The buildings are gone. And all there's left is smoke.
Yep.
You look at when you fold an airplane.
Now that one,
You look at when you fold an airplane.
that one they had, they only had 1 or 2. I never saw all of them like that. I hope you guys rewatch that, because it is indisputable.
Yeah.
It's quite indisputable.
It's quite
I've only
disturbing.
seen the 2 of them. I saw the dollar bill and I think the 10, where it looks like it's smoking. And how the fuck?
It's a problem.
Come on. They were all folded the same way. I'm gonna watch that again myself. I think they were all folded the same way too.
Yeah. They were
But
folded
that's-
separate. It's weird,
Because-
isn't it?
It's not, because for whatever reason, and I've said it before, and I'm not exactly, I gotta really research this a bit more, but every 76 years, was it 76 or 86 years, they hand over the empire to a different country. So the United States had it for a certain amount of time, and the bicentennial, the year I was born, 1976, they decided to make China the next financial empire. This is what they do. They're cabal. They fucking, it's all risk. It's not just famous people, and it's so much more. I mean, they've threaded themselves into every facet of our lives, from our food to our water to our media to our books to our children. So they planned it in 1976 to give China the financial empire, and it was supposed to happen by now. It should have happened by now. So 9/11 was planned because that was their way of, it's the World Financial Center. The World Trade Centers are the World Financial Centers. Okay? That's how they got rid of it in our
And
country.
who did it?
The cabal
Who was the president at the time?
was,
I'm just
it's
wondering.
the cabal.
I know, but
Who printed the money?
who
Who
was
came up with the
it
whole
was
idea?
yeah, it was Bush at the
It's
time.
not just one fucking person.
I know. I was just thinking of who was
Army.
I know.
You can't blame just Bush.
I
He
don't
was
blame
just the
no.
one elected in
That guy's
office.
too stupid. Come on, man.
That's exactly it. That's exactly. But this is another thing I keep telling you.
Mhm.
They are dumb as shit. Not all of them, but that's why we got it probably worked out well for Q, or at least better than expected, because they just don't have the imagination.
Why do you think they have teleprompters?
Don't tell me Trump don't speak off no fucking teleprompter. Oh,
He
come
does,
on.
but he likes to talk off
Well,
the
he
cuff.
adverbs, yeah.
Yeah, he likes to talk off the cuff too.
Ad libs, I meant. Adverb is a word that ends in ly usually.
They should be saying this shit on their own.
There's too much tightness in everybody. All right, Zachary. You talk. I gotta get Zachary.
I'm not tired.
Well, I thought there was
I wanted to talk about something else though.
What?
You know, because it was something
I'm
that
coming.
a lot of us experienced this. You know, and that was the censoring on the social platforms that we're all a part of. So he writes, Zuckerberg, he has pledged to remain neutral, avoid any appearance of bias, and not make any political contributions moving forward. After he already done what he done, he's got to pay for what he done already. But he wrote this letter. Listen to this letter that he wrote.
I want to hear it.
In 2021, senior officials from the Biden administration, including the White House, repeatedly pressured our teams for months to censor certain COVID-19 content, including humor and satire, and expressed a lot of frustration with our teams when we didn't agree. Ultimately, it was our decision whether or not to take content down. And we own our decisions, including COVID-19 related changes we made to our enforcement in the wake of this pressure. I believe the government pressure was wrong, and I regret that we were not more outspoken about it. I also think we made some choices that, with the benefit of hindsight and new information, we wouldn't make today. Like I said to our teams at the time, I feel strongly that we should not compromise our content standards due to pressure from any administration in either direction, and we're ready to push back if something like this happens again. Will I say this? It's too late. You already freaking did what you freaking did. Sorry, sucker.
What did I call Zucking? Zucking idiot.
Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Like, okay, I write this letter. You forgive me? Please forgive me. Let's be united.
Okay, now you tell me what I think.
What do you think, Carolyn?
You tell me what I think about this. Come on now. I would be blunt and straight out. What would I say?
It's a movie. It's a program. It's
right. But,
right.
And what is it? What is that note for? For who? Who is that note for?
It's for the people.
To wake them the fuck up, right? That's what I would say. Because Zuckerberg is dead. He was definitely related to Soros.
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Isn't it? It's just like
Is that right?
what? Isn't it Chicago?
Definitely.
Is it Chicago that I told you this morning that they're going to offer all the illegal immigrants, first time buyers,
California
down
used to be.
payment on a no
House.
payment loan to buy a house. Do you understand what that what that means? No payment, a no payment loan. What the fuck is a no payment loan?
No
A loan you make no payments?
It's not a loan.
It's free. They're gonna give this
Well,
shit
it
to them
can't be a
for free
loan if
now?
there's no payment to
What
it.
about us? Why are they doing this to us?
Because they're trying to wake you
For
up.
what?
Because they
People
can't
are
do
already-
it, Joe. Because it's all unconstitutional.
Well, that's true. It is
It
unconstitutional. Do they want to
is.
start a war?
And they're waiting for enough people to
But do they want to
say,
start a war? Is that what
holy
they're trying to
shit,
do?
what are these people doing?
Yeah. Yeah. It's making
Joe,
me nuts.
this
It's
isn't
making me fucking
10
crazy.
years. This isn't 20 years. This isn't 50 years.
Hi, Helen. Yeah.
200 years, people. This is going back to Sumerian tribes. Back
It's
in like
making me
7,000
crazy.
fucking years ago. They're finding ores,
Mhm.
minerals, and materials, and gold. Not gold, but something even as precious as gold. I was talking about the metals before. They were making bronze. That they had money. There's no need for money.
Sorry. Sorry.
It's just a concept that they put in our feckin' heads.
Yeah.
There's no reason somebody can't have a home, but there's a reason they can't have a home here in the United States. Because you have to pledge yourself to this country. You have to pledge allegiance. This wouldn't be such a thing if all countries were, had good governments, That's all we're looking for. We're not looking, Joe, how many times did you tell me, I don't need to be rich, I just need to be comfortable?
That's right. I don't need to be rich.
I
can
think
work.
I think a lot of people are like this.
Yeah.
Are we jealous of
need
the
to be
super rich?
I don't need to be rich. I
No.
don't. I don't need one of those. I don't need houses like Oprah Winfrey, for God's sakes. No. What do I need houses like that for? And why in God's green creation do I need that many of them? There's no reason.
Well, if she was by a friend in a certain area, like in Maui, she was by the Rock. So,
There's no reason to.
no, there is none. It's not, and she is bold. Boule with the little, what do they call that thingy? She is Illuminati, Black Illuminati. Steve Harvey. I know you guys are seeing good things about Steve Harvey. It's not him. It's not. Steve Harvey was a bad guy. If you ever watched The Family Feud, I never did, but Mom did, you can tell. You could tell. Are you getting a call?
Yeah, I'm on my house phone.
He doesn't want to answer.
Spam.
Spam, 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 spam.
Spam and eggs. Spam, spam, and spam.
Oh my God, you know that one? I didn't know you knew Monty Python that well.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit. I'm impressed, brother.
My
spam
Python goes way back when I started watching Monty Python when, God, I would watch it late at night in the late 70s. Yeah, about 78, 79, late at night after I get off of work. Yeah.
I probably was watching it around that time too. I must have been like 5, 6, because I was watching MASH with my older brother and Monty Python. And he wasn't that much. I mean, he's like, what, 7, 8 years older than me? So yeah, he was about 13 watching it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Makes sense. 12, 13. Yeah. God, I took after him too much, except with the money. He's great with money. I could care less. Or I don't know. I just want people to trust in the plan.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you saw that money,
Get my
how
kid's
that money
car.
was folded, and what that meant, then you have to believe that there are good guys.
This is a prepaid debit call from.
Oh, Justin's calling?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's end it. Say goodbye. Say
Okay.
goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Yeah, turn your off. All right. Look, I got you. He's got to say hi. Justin wants out like nothing. I'm talking to my husband, asking him to rattle his brain because none of it makes sense. There's someone in the next cell. It's not even that. They won't give him his phone, which has the witness information. There was a witness to this guy trying to get Justin off the road. Not once, not twice, not 3 times, 4 freaking times. There was lies because the guy said that he came out of a gas station, which he didn't, and they could prove that very easily. Every gas station has 20 cameras. And that he was giving him the finger. No. Justin's older brother is a tinter. He tinted the kid's window. I'm telling you. There's a lot of shit happening. Something even happened to my own stepson. I'm sure things are happening to your daughters and sons, nephews, nieces. Don't give up. Mothers, fathers, you're losing pets, sicknesses. Things are happening, but it's going to be ending very soon. Very soon. Even before November, I believe. Thank you, Helen. Helen's still praying for Justin. All right, we're going to call it a night. Tomorrow, 3 p.m. That's his time. That's 5 p.m. Eastern, which is yeah, because he's off the whole day. So, or did he say that Justin was going to call him at 3? Well, either way, we could get on. I'm going to see you guys. I'm going to give a few of you the number beforehand so you can already be on before we go live. So, be ready about 4:45 Eastern time if you want to join us. You could bring a topic. You don't have to. You could bring one video. You could stay for 5 minutes. You could stay 2 hours. It depends how many people we get, because the more people, the merrier, the more you want to talk. It's fine with me. If I even close out and you guys want to continue, I don't care. Doesn't matter. Okay? So I hope to see you guys tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern. Right? All right. Love you guys. Take care, and thanks for the prayers for Justin.